Yo, what is going on, guys? We have episode number 30 of the New Jersey Devils season, finishing a pretty bad playoff run. We're going to see if any big players did retire. We have Horkoff. I mean, nothing special, definitely lately. But Pavel Datsyuk retired. Michael Ryder finally retired. Again, he was a great player for us, but he just was going to retire anyway, so we decided to trade him. Danny Heatley retired with 1,000 points. That guy is an all-star. Markov scored. He was a pretty good player. And I believe we have Tanguay. Again, he's not too great lately. Paul Martin retired. Patrick Marleau retired. A pretty big player as well right there. And I believe that's going to be it in terms of big players. Any goalies retire that are good? We have Emery and Ryan Miller. Just for Ryan Miller, really. Emery's nothing too special. But that's about it. No one on our team actually did retire, so that is good. Our team is fairly young. I'm hoping that we could get better next year. Well, this year, hopefully some of our players got better. Sadly, we don't have any first-round picks this year. Would have been nice to have it. I definitely agree with some of the comments people were saying 2 episodes ago. We definitely overpaid for Yakupov. But, again, nothing we could really do about it. No one really wants to trade. We don't really have any trading assets, in my opinion. We could possibly... I mean, there's nothing really we could trade. I mean, Holland, in my opinion, I would want to trade him. If we can get, like, a top 5 pick, that would be ideal. But, again, a top 5 pick is probably going to cost you around half value or so. Yeah, number 4. It's not half, but it's almost half. We're not going to get it. We'll just try anyway, but yeah, it's not going to work. Again, that probably ruined the trade value with Toronto, but again, nothing we can do about it. The top, I don't know about that 5 guy, but the top 4 are definitely all 4 green stars from my scouting report. Just recently popped up. You guys didn't really get to see that, but I was seeing off-camera work. And that Guerrero guy had 5 green stars, and that Quick guy had 4.5 green stars, and then the 2 Dodge and Gray both had, I think, 4 or 5 green stars. So those guys definitely would have been nice, but we can't do anything. And on top of that, with this simulation, they probably wouldn't have got better until around the 3rd or 4th year, and I don't know if I'm going to be playing 4 more years of this GM for the Devils. But again, we could have got them, and we could have traded them 1 or 2 years after, and they probably would have had more value than a top 4 pick. But we never know, actually. So we have a few players we have to re-sign. We should have enough cap. We have 32 million. That should be easily enough. We definitely want to sign Leon again for that much money. That's pretty cheap, to be completely honest. 3.5 for we'll do 3.4 for 3 years. Definitely pretty cheap for him. Center wise, we were all good. Wright got worse, I believe. He was an 80. I think he's now he was either an 80 or 81. Then he dropped to a 78. No one else here. Dominic Moore, he got really. I mean, he is old, so I'm not going to say bad, but he definitely lower. No, I didn't mean to tender that. Well, looks like he's staying here. And everyone else is, you're going to go, you guys. And the last guy is going to go as well. And we're going to go to left wingers. McKenzie, again, I'm not sure if I really want to sign McKenzie. Don't really know what he's going to really be able to accomplish. Bouchard is now an 80, not 83, so he definitely got worse. This guy right here, we'll just tender him. Don't really think he'll get much better, to be honest. He'll be gone. But again, it looks like left wingers. We have Mateau and I guess Bouchard. I don't even really consider him that good. I don't know if I want to keep him with his 4 million years. And Yakupov got worse, so that is always great. Again, 3 years probably the key situation. We can go 5.5 probably. Not too happy about that for an 85 overall. We already have Nylander signed up for 2 more years at least. Oh, I think 3 years. Hudler, Gabrick, Casey, and Gomes is going. And that's it. So we definitely probably want to get 1 or 2 players in the free agency market. Free agent market, not free agency. I guess I would do 3 years, but we'll do 2. We could save the most. We'll go 4.5. That should easily be able to work. He should be worth it. Barry has been a pretty solid player for us. Merrill got 3 overall better, so that is actually good. It's someone who I want to get better. Larson did not. I don't know if Barry got any better, but we'll try if 3.3 works. It should work. I know there's that point 85 or whatever. Honka didn't get better. Jelena stayed the same. So some people there I'm not really too happy about. They didn't really progress. Again, this guy is really worth nothing for a guy who could get up 30 points a season for us on defense. Urban didn't get any better, but he's still a solid player who's going to stay on our team at 1.25 million a year. And I believe that's it. Again, Nurse, definitely going to re-sign him. Hopefully he gets better. He has 4 more years to get better. We'll sign him for 3. Oh, we can't do 3. So we'll just do 7.5. We'll .750, and this guy I guess will resign. He probably won't get better, to be honest, but we'll just sign him anyway. Maybe a little bit of trade value, and everyone else, no offense, nothing, no value at all. So these guys are gone. I'm guessing Schneider stayed the same. Hopefully that backup goalie we had got better. I mean, again, Schneider had a really good season, but he could be a trade asset. We will see. So that guy did not get any better, but he's 4.5 red stars. Brodeur got to an 81 overall. So now he's like a top goalie, to be honest. Not, I wouldn't say top goalie, but he could be a starter goalie for a team. Not a starter goalie, a backup. He's a solid backup for a team. We have Wedgwood, who's also pretty good, so we're going to keep him as well. He'll probably just play in the AHL starter, or he'll take shifts with Brodeur. Because again, we have a starter and possible 3 backups, so that's all right. But I'd rather have a starter, a backup, maybe close to a backup, and then like a bad goalie in the AHL. We have a starter and 3 backups, so maybe we want to trade one of these guys for sure. Pretty sure Brodeur and Schneider have good values. The other goalie, the 83 red stars, definitely doesn't have very good value, but we will see. We should be able to get everyone with those. I didn't take off too much money from anyone's contract. Everyone should resign. We should have at least, I'd say at least like 16 million. We have Barry back, Nakapov back, Merrill back, Urban back, Wedgwood back, Nurse back. Brodeur rejected because he didn't like how I was changing his years. And everyone else is back, and we have 17 million, and Brodeur wants 1. So I guess we should have at least 16 million. We're going to walk away with at least 16 million on the dot. So pretty lucky guess there, I guess. We're going to make sure we resign Brodeur and stop this simulation. Okay, so we got to resign Brodeur, and then that would be it, I believe. There's no one else to really resign. We didn't resign the one guy. I believe it was the 83. Okay, so we'll just do 1 year, I guess. For if you don't want to stay too long, we'll just do 1 year at 0.85. So who didn't we resign? We didn't resign the one guy. McKenzie, again, I don't know. I mean, he's got, you know what? We're only going to resign him for the sake of him having some trade value. Otherwise, this guy is not worth that much money for getting 15 points last year. So we'll go 2.4 for 2 years. So we'll still have about 13 million, 14 million or so. We could get the best player here, who is probably going to be, I don't know who's the 2017-2018 season, but so we get both of them, 14.5. We'll be able to get probably a pretty good player. I'd rather get 2 84s, 85s instead of an 87, because we already have our first line, in my opinion. Again, we could get an 87 and replace Nylander. Nylander could play second line, and then the next year he could get to the first line. But for now, we're going to see what is here. So the best player right now is LeBlanc, Hornquist, Versteeg, and Stahlberg. And who did I miss? Oh yeah, never mind. I said there's 2 LeBlancs. Drew LeBlanc, who I don't know who this is, who I would probably want 60 points. Definitely would be happy to get this guy. Him and possibly, I would probably say Smith, to be honest. He has good face-offs. Could play both ends of the ice. Again, he won't put too many points for us, but he could play our 4th line. So we're definitely, no, not Hornquist. I would be happy to spend 5.5 million on this guy. So that's what we're going to try to do. 5.5 million, probably overspending on this guy, but we definitely want to get him. He could bring so much to our team. For a guy who could put up 60 points for us, definitely would be worth it. We have a ton of cap to spend. And do I want Smith or do I want like Hornquist? I know Hornquist is pretty good defensively as well. He put up 50 points. I'd probably rather want him, and he's probably going to replace Bouchard or someone like that. So we'll go 3.75. Again, I don't know if that's going to work. And otherwise, is there any rookies? If not, then we're probably done here. Orlov, he would be solid, but we'd rather just go for this guy. Oh, wait, I didn't even do it. Didn't do it properly. So we'll go up to the 9.75. No picks required. Only 1 year, though. And this guy as well. This guy doesn't get better, so we're not even going to waste our time with him. He has no value. Finn, I don't know. Horvat. Bo Horvat is a free agent. That is kind of weird. I don't know how good this guy gets, though. I know he's an actual good prospect in the actual NHL, but probably this, since he's got red stars, probably nothing special. And goalie-wise, don't really want anything, to be honest. We have good goalies as it is, but we can get like Craig Anderson. But for 8.2 million, yeah, no way we're paying that much for him. And otherwise, there's no one really there. So, can we get Drew LeBlanc? That would be solid. If we can't get him, I wouldn't be too mad just getting Hornquist, the guy who put up 30, 40 points for us. So, Bo Horvat is not on our team. Jimmy Lodge can be on our team, but the other team is probably going to take him. So we acquire Hornquist, so that I'm happy about that. But the main guy I want was LeBlanc, and LeBlanc is on our team. We got the 2 players we wanted, and I believe that's going to be it, to be honest. I mean, we could get Gagliardi. This guy's going to put up probably about 15-20 points for us. He's not, oh, never mind. I thought he was better on the defensive end. Halistruck, I believe, is a pretty good defensive player. Again, though, do we want defensive players when we couldn't score? I think we want forward-wise. Offensive players. So none of these guys are going to put up any points. Brunner could have, but we kind of got rid of him. I don't want to get a player we got rid of. And then I guess let's just simulate to the end, and we're done here. Dmitry Orlov would have been probably a pretty good trade. So they're going to match it so we don't get Jimmy Lodge. We don't get any rookies, sadly. But we do get LeBlanc, who is going to be a solid player for our team, as well as Hornquist, who is going to be another solid player. So forward-wise, I definitely think we got better. But I definitely want to get rid of some of the guys that we have right now, because we re-signed everyone, I believe. No one retired, so we're going to have like 2 or 3 extra forwards just sitting there, especially if Boucher got better. I don't know if he got better. It didn't say he did, but sometimes it's weird where you'll simulate to the start of the season and people will get better or worse then. Usually it's just the second the free agency starts, people will get better. But we will see. So again, we could have 2 or 3 extra forwards. We only want to have a solid 12 forwards. So 2 of the guys, maybe we'll do a 3-for-1 trade, get a better one, or we'll go for a pick this year. Again, we will see what happens when we get to the actual start of the season and when we look at our forward group. So last year was definitely disappointing. I wanted to finally go far in the playoffs. I mean, we did, but it was years ago. I mean, I want to try to win the cup again. Our team, I feel like depth-wise, it's probably top 5 team out there. We've got a great goalie. Defensive course, pretty good. Again, it's nothing too special. I definitely agree there. It's nothing too special. Forward-wise, I think our first line is probably about average to above average, and then second line's above average, third line's probably average, and fourth line's above average. So adding all that up, it's probably a solid above average team entering year 6 of the New Jersey Devils season, hoping to get 46 wins. I think we can honestly do that. And again, I don't know how good the draft is going to be this year. Probably nothing too special. I mean, we have pretty much maxed out everything, but we will see. So Russia, we have just 1 first. Rest of the world, nothing. WHL, we have a top 5 in Martin. Top 5 in him. Okay, so don't know what we want to go at here. Probably this one. That's 2 top 5s. We'll go here for a bit. So all 3 of them. There's I think there's a few top 5s in the forward group in the OHL, QMJHL, and the WHL. So we'll simulate them. We don't really want defensemen, to be honest. I mean, it wouldn't hurt us to get another defenseman, but we don't really need them. So we'll just simulate to the actual season. And then we'll look at the lineups and see what we want to do here. I guess this could give us a little bit of what we're going to do for the actual season. So we're winning these games, but again, like I always say, I don't really feel like they mattered that much. I mean, we're scoring a lot of goals, so it's nice. But again, we're probably playing their backup goalies. Probably half their team isn't even playing their actual team, and we're playing our full team. But it is nice to see like Yakupov scoring 4 goals, even if he's playing against like a 12 overall goalie. But it is nice seeing him scoring, because someone like Evander Kane never even scored for us in the preseason. So we finished off 6-1. Yakupov with 4 goals, Nylander with 8 assists, so definitely good on both of their parts. But let's look at our lineups, and let's quickly look actually at our roster movements. So do we have anyone in the... So yeah, Bouchard actually got better to a 79, and so did Nurse. Both of them didn't say they were 79s until the season started, so we don't have anyone really down there. But let's look at our team. Again, Henrique got worse. I definitely want to trade him now. Holland got worse as well. Want to trade him. Nylander didn't get better. No one, I don't like. I'm going to put this. Teravainen is not even playing. So I want to trade Bouchard, Henrique, Holland, and probably that is it. Who else is scratched here? We have Teravainen and Wright, who we're not going to use Wright. So maybe we keep one of these guys, one of these 3. We might have to keep 2 actually if we want to keep this. So he got 4 points. Again, I don't really want to trade Henrique, but I mean, for what he's going to be playing, it's not worth it. Now we have LeBlanc, who's going to be here. We'll probably put Teravainen at the right wing or possibly left wing. But Both these guys are probably going to put up some fairly good numbers. If we use Hornquist or Hudler, both of them usually put up pretty good numbers. Both of them have 5 or 6 points, so definitely both good. So I'm not sure who's going to get switched with Terravine in there, but we're definitely going to do it. So Henrique or Holland, we're going to see who has more trade value, and we're going to see what we want to do there, to be honest. Let's quickly find out what... I'm going to say Henrique has better trade value, but I'm not sure. The player with better trade value, they're both basically tied. To be completely honest, I'd probably rather trade Holland, but we will see some of this stuff. So Holland has better puck skills. Holland has better skating. Holland has better defense. Holland has less trade value. So I guess trade Henrique. We could trade Henrique for... I don't really know what we would get to be out of this. I mean, Sam Bennett wouldn't be too bad, but again, this guy, I don't really know how good he gets. And he's only 73. If we're going to get a rookie, I'd prefer him to be in his 80s right now, or mid to high 70s. Again, we can get someone like a not Krejci. He wouldn't really fit our team right now. We can get someone like a Dougie Hamilton, and he would really give us that edge on defense. That wouldn't be a bad trade. So Dougie Hamilton, we're gonna put his name in the list. I think definitely in their if this trade worked, it'd be in our favor. But they do want Henrique, but they don't want to trade Hamilton, so we're gonna skip it for now. Buffalo Sabres, their Gruyere guy, is he 5 green? He's 3.5. It shows, so maybe it wasn't proper. I don't know, but it definitely did show when I was looking that he was a lot better. This Clark guy, again, he's been really good for. I had him in other simulations. Maybe we get him. I wouldn't be too mad getting Clark. I mean, seems like it's fairly even, so we're gonna see if this could work. We definitely, I think we have to add. I wouldn't be too mad adding a Bouchard actually. Again, that's not gonna work, so I'd rather add the McKenzie, and then they give us a first round. No, they're not gonna be able to do that. We'll see. No, actually, I don't want to mess this up. If they give us a second and skaters interested in giving a Klesla, no thank you. I mean, rookie goalies, nothing really there. Rookie skaters, nothing here. I guess if we got this guy, this wouldn't be too bad. A defensive defenseman. He could just be probably scratched for now, but in case we want to put him in to change things up, we'll see if this works. Do we acquire Blake Clark? No, we do not. We do not acquire him. If we take the second, is this going to work? No, if we just do the second, is that going to work? I think that should easily work, but we'll see. Definitely ruin the trade value a bit, so they need another player for us to add. Well, them to add. Okay, let's just do value then. We will go to this guy, 1 million. Does this work? No, it does not work. So I don't know if we just ruined the value that much, but we get a third and Clark. So I definitely like that trade. We got 2 guys out with 1 trade. Now we have Clark though, so we got 1. It was basically, we're still gonna have to get rid of 1 more guy. In my opinion, it's, I would say Gabrick, but it doesn't really have good trade value. I'd really honestly say Holland. If we can get like a first round pick for Holland, that wouldn't be too bad. Possibly the Buffalo Save. No, that's not going to work. Calgary Flames, not going to work. Carolina Hurricanes, not going to work. Chicago Blackhawks, if we get there first, and possibly, what do they have here? I don't really think they have anything. I mean, this guy right here, could he get better? Could he? Yeah, he could. He wouldn't be too bad, but again, we just got the other defenseman. So we probably wouldn't want to trade for that. That's not a good enough trade. Chicago's probably going to be a good team this year. Stasny wouldn't be too bad, but again, we already have, in my opinion, good enough forward pairing. Josefson, man, he was ours. Now he's an 85. Pretty good trade value guy. That's probably going to be it. I don't know what else we could really do here. This Chazan guy got actually good, so this trade worked out good for the Stars. And so, oh wait, never mind. They traded him to Ottawa for Spezza. I don't have that in this, sadly. Andy Green, he's still walking around, 84 overall. Pretty good season last year. Definitely a good season last year. 37 points. Sheesh. We get that guy back. And overall wise, nah. I will just keep Holland for now, and we will look at our team real quick. And roster movements. I don't think we have to do that. I believe he's going to be on our NHL team already. I don't think anyone's going to get sat. If anyone, it's going to be the right guy. So we're going to do best lines. We're going to do this. I like that. Second line, we're going to do... Okay, I think I might like this even more. Okay, I don't like Gabrick on the third line, though. I definitely don't like that. But for now, it's going to have to work. But look at how good our team looks now. Clark, LeBlanc, and Teravainen. That is a sick second line. In my opinion, that's pretty much the same as our first line. So if our first line's not doing any damage, our second line should to some teams. And our third line is also very, very good. Hornquist, Hudler. I mean, Hornquist, what is he listed as? I believe he's probably a second line guy. I don't really know how you could look at this stuff. I know it's probably not from this menu, but whatever he is, I don't think he's going to get worse unless he has like a 2-point season. But Holland, again, I'd probably rather have like an 82, 83 here. Or unless, I mean, we possibly could... no, none of these guys are good at face-off, so we'll just leave Holland. I think he gets 70, 63, not even good at all. So we'll leave it here. Again, I'm not a huge fan of having Gabrick, a sniper, on the fourth line for $5 million he's making or whatever. But our defense got better. Merrill's an 85 now. That is very solid. So Merrill has gotten a lot better. 5 overall better. That is very solid. Goalie-wise, nothing really changed here. We have Anthony Brodeur, though, who's very, very good now. 83. Wedgwood even got better. So I want to see what that other goalie got to, though. Well, I don't know why I just did that, but let's see what he got to. 86 overall. He is definitely playing in the NHL. I don't know why he's not here. So we're going to waiver, so he's not getting waived. And then we're going to bring up the Zarwani guy. And then we're going to try trading this Wedgwood guy, to be honest. Well, not this Wedgwood guy. I know who it is. But we're going to try doing that for Wedgwood. So now we have 2 goalies. I mean, whenever Zarwani plays, it should be a good matchup. But we're not going to be able to get anything for Wedgwood, to be completely honest. So we're just going to wait right now. But we're going to end this episode off. And if you guys enjoyed it, leaving a like would be very appreciated. What do you think of this team? I really like it. There's only a few things here and there I don't like. I don't like how Yakupov is an 85 now. Again, I really want a solid first-line sniper, like someone who I know is going to do good, like Phil Kessel. But for his value, his age probably right now, not really worth it. I want a young first-line sniper, but all of them are so inconsistent, and you don't know if they're actually going to turn out to be good. So that's the hard part. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I will see you guys next time.
I gotta stay